This is Sophie Heller, and this is an ACT English Verbs question. Underlined in our sentence, we see this, we might have even thought. So we're going to want to try to find the right verb tense and also just correctly used verb in order to make the sentence make sense. So this sentence is telling us that we might have thought of our relationship with gravity as a daily competition. So let's look at our answer choices to weed out the tenses that won't make sense. So we see with our first one, we see this might of. So this is something that is really easy to confuse because this of sounds really similar to have, but of is not a verb. We want to say might have, not might of. So even though of and have can sound similar in daily speech, might of is not something we'd ever say. So since we want have, that's no good. Similar thing with choice 2, because might even of thought, we'd want to say might even have thought. So this is not going to be good because of is not a verb. So just be careful with using those things that sound similar like of instead of real verbs like have. So our last two choices left avoid this of problem, but they're in different tenses. So we see here that we have think, which is a present tense verb, and we have thought in choice 4, which is past tense. So let's look at the sentence just to see what tense that the author's been using so we can stay consistent. So let's look at our verbs. Gravity always exists on Earth. So this is a present tense verb. It exists, so same verb, present tense. Even so, it touches our lives every day, in every way. Touches is a present tense verb. We manage to triumph. Okay, so we get the idea, right? Present tense verbs are being used because we're talking about gravity's effect on our current daily lives. So it would be weird to use this might have even thought, even though this have is correct, because it's odd to just suddenly introduce a past tense verb because we've been talking in the present tense for the entire paragraph. So that's not going to be good for that reason. Might even think is going to be great because it keeps with the present tense and it avoids this confusion of this of and have. So let's go with choice 3.